got on a ship going to Tottenham. My ship was an 18-wheeler. I would get in that 18-wheeler, I'd go to Canada, everywhere, doing my thing. But God let it get rough on me. I got to the place I lose my strength of lifting. And I walked, I was off balance. I said that was a part of old age. But it weren't that. That was God sending a storm out to rock me like he did that ship that Jonah was on. And I still wouldn't take heed to that. I kept on going. But by September 14th, 2012, I had to pull into the dock, clean my truck out because I weren't able to get around to work anymore. I went from doctor to doctor. 5 doctors did MRIs on me. They said, you've had a stroke. One doctor said I had vertigo. I said, I don't think that's what's wrong with me. God would let that settle in my mind. And by March, I had got in so bad a shape, I was wearing diapers. Everything I ate, my wife had to feed me. I was at home. You say, well, why you wait so late? I didn't have health insurance. Without health insurance, people, you're not going to get anything done. I didn't have the health insurance, but I run across a doctor. He said, I'm going to take care of you. He said, because God's got a plan for you. The doctor told me that. He took me in and he took care of me. He said, I'm going to send you to a specialist. But I went on up to this doctor. He says, I was crying and begging. He said, I'm going to do a CT scan on you. I said, thank you. He took me in. He said, I'll meet you at Warner Robins. Got up there. He rolled me in. I said, Doc, I've been through these tanks before. He said, you don't even know your alphabet. He said, I'm going to do a CT. He said, but you said they did MRIs. I said, okay. But he told me over the phone that when I was crying, he said, you hadn't had a stroke. I said, Doc, please give me an appointment and look at me. He said, you hadn't had a stroke. He said, you sound like a Tennessee hillbilly. He said, but you hadn't had a stroke. That was, I mean, it sounds comical, but that's what he told me. And I said, well, I deal with that because everybody say I sound different, but I sound like everybody else to me. But he took me in and he run me through that and pulled me back out. He said, you'll never move. I said, Doc, I'm gonna walk. He says, ain't no way. His secretary nurse brought the x-ray out to where they could show it to me. He said, and he told me it was rheumatoid arthritis that had me locked down. But he said, that's what it is. He said, but I was thinking about going in decongesting and getting you mobile to where you could do something. He said, but number 4 disc has cut your spinal cord completely in 2. He said, you'll never move. He said, if I take that disc out, you'll have pain the rest of your life. I said, well, Doc, at least I'll have some feeling. He said, I'm going to prove to you. He started right then getting me ready. 2 weeks, I was at medical center. He said, I don't want to do this. He said, because you are not going to move. I said, Doc, I'm going to walk. He says, put him to sleep. They put me to sleep. He went in there and he decongested me. And he could have not have done anything because I wouldn't have known the difference. He decongested me and he told me, my wife, and my pastor, he said, the surgery went well. He said, but he'll never move. And they were showing me the paper then. They took that disc out and there was an opening in my spinal cord. He said, if you lose a finger, he said, 6 to 8 weeks, he said, I can patch it back 6 to 8 weeks, it will move. He said, but a spinal cord, you can't extend it. He said, you'll never move. He said, you can go home in 10 days. I said, okay, man, I was just praying to God, I'm going to walk out of there in 10 days. 10 days, I still couldn't go anywhere. And he said, well, you can go. I said, Doc, can I stay a little longer? He said, well, stay long as you want to. I said, okay. I stayed another 5 days and I told my wife. Then I said, I'm going to nursing home. I said, I want you to go on with your life. I don't want to see you every day. That's the hardest thing I ever had to tell my wife. Her and the kids didn't want to put me in the nursing home. But I was tearing her down, wearing her down, trying to do for her. I was able to get in Blackshear Trail down there. It's on March 28th of 13. I went in that nursing home. They took care of me. Yup, you hear me? People that talk about going in nursing homes, that's the only one I've ever been in. And I tell my wife right now, I said, if I ever get down, take me back there. I know they'll have a new, group, but those people took care of me. And I was doing good, and one Wednesday afternoon, that devil come in and said, hey, you ain't no good for nothing. Quit eating now so you can die. I did it. I refused to open my mouth. I wasn't no good for nothing. And they kept on, they said, you gotta eat, you're gonna make yourself sick. I said, just get out of here, leave me alone, and let me die. And laying flat on my back, I was having to lay my hands in my lap like that. And I'm looking at that light, and I could roll my eyes over and see the clock on the wall that's on the left side. And it had done rolled from midnight to 10 minutes after 1 on Thursday morning. I thought about that scripture. It says, confess, trust, and believe, thou shalt be saved. And I know what I said wasn't nothing wrong with my mind. I said, now Lord, I said, I know I've done wrong. I said, but I ain't never done nothing to deserve what you put me through. I said, if you're not going to let me get up and walk again, clean up my heart table. I said, I can't live like this anymore. My mother and I, we was real close. And some people say, you've been a good man all your life. And we're just talking about raising kids. My mother was what you call a housewife. And I don't know why she wasn't an electrician, because she could take an ironing cord and send 220 through it. What made me the man that I am today. And I said, but if my mother was here, she would get me up. And just like you bat your eyes and open them right back, that square light, when I came back on, and it weren't square, it was my mother looking down the bed at me smiling. And from my toes, right along here, I had no feeling. I could feel something crawling. When it got around my waist, I could feel, I said, that's feeling coming back to my body. It felt like a puzzle. Went on down to my feet. My feet went kicking up. My feet went kicking up. My hand come out of my lap and was doing that. And the next thing I could feel my back leaving the bed. Now, I got scared then because I knew what I had asked God to do. And I didn't know how He do you when He transition you. I really got scared. But God, when He got through with me, I was sitting up just like you all are. And it got to where I could control my arm a little bit. I grabbed that railing. Next thing, my feet was hanging off the side of the bed. And I didn't know what to do. And I just moved a little bit, and I fell back up against the bed, and two ladies was outside the door. They come in, they said, this man moving, he moving. I said, y'all help me to the bathroom. They said, you can't walk. I said, y'all find me a walker. They went to somebody's room, they found me a walker, and they helped me to the bathroom. And it had been 29 months since I sat on a commode here. It had been 29 months. It seemed like a dream. And I was just saying, I said, Lord, I thank you. I thank you for getting me up. It wasn't a mind thing. That was a voice. I believe you could have heard it all the way to Cornell up here. That voice said, tell them I am that I am. And they went to crying, and they said, those girls must have found a big bear. I said, boy, they jumped me off. But they said, we're going to call your wife and tell her that. I said, no, don't call her yet. You know, I wanted to make sure that I was moving. And they called that doctor, and he said, okay, he said, 8 weeks after that, he gave me an appointment. I went up there on a cane, and he just shook his head. He said, I don't believe what I see. He said, I don't believe it. And they said, I'm going to still run some tests on it. I said, what'd you see, doctor? He said, I don't know. He said, I got to study it. And he wouldn't tell me what the x-rays showed. 8 weeks from then, he said, I need to see it. He called the nursing home. I said, all right. We went up there. I drove up there. Just getting around. And he said, your God heard me. He said, I've been doing this for 27 years. He said, I've been wanting to see a miracle. He said, I'm looking at a miracle. He said, by our technology, you weren't supposed to ever move. He said, I'm going to show you something. He had both x-rays. He had the one there that when he had took my disc out, my spinal cord was open. He showed me the one that he had took it first, but he said he didn't believe it. He wanted to do it again. They took 3 x-rays when I first went up because I didn't believe it. Pastor Scott, that last x-ray, there's a number 4 disc back in my neck. another doctor been back in my neck. I prayed and I begged God. I thanked him. And I thanked him. The week coming up to Thanksgiving, I was diagnosed at the Baptist Hospital in Jacksonville as a diabetic. When the doctors checked me that afternoon, it was 1100 what it checked. The doctor said, you is a walking corpse. He said, last night, he said, when you say you went to sleep, he said, you went into a semi-coma. He said, you probably was 1500. God worked on me and they flexed it there. That was on Saturday when I went in the hospital and I was able to come out. God got me ready to come out at 2 in the morning. I got in my big truck, I drove it back to Colby. My wife came down there and rode back with me. But I'm saying that I was diabetic. I got off of the insulin. I was watching what I ate. 4.5 years ago, I'm diabetic free. A normal blood pressure. I said, now Lord, you did it for me. Do it for my wife. There she sat right there. She is diabetic free. Normal. I had God on my side. And I had family for support. The doctors can't do it all. Somebody got to show you.